Hi everyone, and welcome to the GCMA Partner Network. Delighted again to be joined by Richard Knight, the MD of Nextra Software. And we're going to talk just for a short while today about one aspect of the software, which is managing assets and equipment. So rather than people, we've got assets predominantly around the greenkeeping world of clubs, but also we manage assets and equipment as well as the people. So Richard, over to you.
Thanks, Darren. So as we said in the past, Nextra doesn't have to be just people-based. We can put equipment into the system. Here we've just got three pieces of equipment that I've put in, and this kind of relates to other things that we've spoken about in the past where we're using skills. We can obviously put in the type of mower, serial numbers. We can upload documents, so you can upload maintenance plans, certification regarding that equipment. But obviously the powerful one that we can use is to add some skills that time out after a period of time. So we've got this Toro mower that potentially needs sharpening every 6 months or every year. We can pop that in with a start and an end and expiry. As a manager, as a head greenkeeper, you'll get an error, or not an error necessarily, a warning to say that it's due for its sharpening. Maybe you've got tractors on site that maybe need a service, something like that. We can put all those into the system. We can say locations of where they can and where they can't work. The other thing that has been pointed out to me by a golf club in the past is that when they're maybe planning out their greens maintenance weeks, they might want to build a rota for equipment that are involved in that. Because Nextra has that hierarchy where we can have multiple departments, we could theoretically create a rota for equipment. So you could then obviously forecast events in the future to say, well, this week it's greens maintenance week, and we need all of these pieces of equipment available to do X, Y, and Z. So that's something else that I think are green people's fantastically thinking outside the box a bit more about what else they can get out of Nextra. So building rotors and schedules for equipment could be quite useful, but in this instance, we're really just talking about using it to maintain sharpening, compliance, and obviously document uploads and serial numbers, and building that library, if you like, of equipment that sometimes isn't always easy to keep track of in and around the course.
Fantastic. As well as managing people, we've got a real strong service there to help manage the assets of the golf club. I know you mentioned course maintenance there, so to be able to bring a list of assets together that would be required to complete that maintenance, I think would be really useful. I know my club have just completed some greens maintenance, and we found when we went to do it that one of the pieces of machinery had a broken part to it and had to wait, so
Okay,
that delayed the maintenance for a week. So perhaps if we had something like this, we'd have spotted that ahead of the maintenance week and been able to get things on time. So yeah,
exactly. Yeah,
yeah,
that's exactly what it's for, and that's what the obviously the skills or the certification part of the system is for. That your greenkeeper would have been given a notification that you'd got a part that needed replacing. So yeah, absolutely, great example there, Darren.
great, good stuff. Once
Thanks.
again, Richard, thank you ever so much for showing us through parts of the software. It's really powerful, and if anybody wants to learn more about Nextra and how to get in touch, can you let us know how our members can do so?
Yeah, you can either obviously go to our website, which is probably the usual place to do. Obviously, we've got our partner page on the GCMA website. Probably best to go in from there because there's a discount on there for a moment. So there's also a link directly into the website, or you can just drop me an email. It's just richardk@nextrasoft.com. Either that or any of the telephone numbers on the website as well.
Great stuff. Thanks very much, Richard, and we will see you again very soon.
Cheers, Darren.